This is BBC Radio WM and BBC CWR Midlands Masala. Next tonight, let's hear about the great work that a UK-based charity are doing. They've set up free facilities to help those affected by the COVID pandemic. Let's speak with Mohammed Taqir, who is from Dawat-e-Islami UK, to tell us more about the work they do. Mohammed Taqir, a very good evening.
Very good evening to you as well, mate.
Hi, thanks very much. All good, thank you. How are you doing?
Yes, all good, very good.
Brilliant. Tell me first of all about Dawat-e-Islami UK and the work that you do generally.
Dawat-e-Islami UK, we are obviously a sub-branch of the overall global organization of Dawat-e-Islami. And overall, when you look at the organization, we are a religious organization. But obviously during this pandemic, especially from roughly the beginning of February, mid-February, when everything began to rise quite rapidly all around the world, Dawat-e-Islami found that it was a big need of our communities all around the world in order that we take this forward and help the community. And if you look at Pakistan in itself, where our main headquarters is, we, under the organization, we managed to meet and help approximately 2 million families all around Pakistan in terms of our food bank, in getting them donations from various people from around the world, including getting them food to places where it was quite difficult to get food to. That was in Pakistan. Along with that, we know that in Pakistan especially, there was a shortage of blood banks. So Dawat-e-Islami there took it upon ourselves that we donated approximately 34,000 blood bags for those individuals that were lacking in blood and needed blood replacement due to the thalassemia disease that was going around. And the people have told us, the medical officers have told us that the amount of blood banks that came from Dawat-e-Islami during that time, no other organization has managed to do such things.
Wow.
So that was a bit of what we've done in Pakistan. And now more recently, during the floods that affected especially Karachi and other areas in Pakistan as well, alhamdulillah, Dawat-e-Islami managed to help approximately 600,000 families during that time as well. So that was Pakistan. Other than that, around the world, because we are a global organization in many places across the world, India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Turkey, Germany, Italy, South Africa, if you look towards America, Canada, and here in the UK as well, and many other countries, just to mention a few. The volunteers of our organization of Dawat-e-Islami, they spent day and night helping those individuals that were in need. I'm talking more of a local level here in the West Midlands and the Midlands in general.
Tell us about that,
obviously, I guess that's what our listeners would want to hear about what we are doing locally. So just over this pandemic, especially during the period where the lockdown was at its peak in the country, according to the government guidelines, during that time, in many cities around the UK, and more importantly around the Midlands area, Birmingham, Leicester, Walsall, Dudley, as far down as Bristol as well, we had food banks set up, and we had numbers circulating in the community where people were able to get in touch with us, those people that were finding it difficult to get out, vulnerable people, to get their essential needs. So we had food banks, and you'll be pleased to know that over 3,000 food bags were distributed during this time of the pandemic. So many things have been going on, and obviously now with the second wave scares that are in the society, we do have plans to keep this forward as well. Another important aspect of our work in this pandemic was that obviously a lot of individuals were affected by COVID-19, and unfortunately they lost their lives to the COVID-19 as well. And in this, obviously, to keep everything safe, it was very difficult for the Muslim community especially to get appropriate funeral rites situations getting done. So in one of our major cities and the headquarters of our organization in the Midlands, which is in Stetchford of Birmingham, what we had set up was an entire funeral rites system where our volunteers, they got special PPE training so that they can deliver the full Muslim funeral rites for the people that have left this world due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And they were able to safely bathe them, shroud them, and then take them to the local Muslim burials and give them a Muslim burial as well.
Wow.
And obviously during this time, a lot of families were unable to do condolences and all of that due to the pandemic.
Yeah.
And for that, we were assisting and helping them as much as possible to our capabilities, in which we were able to cater for helping these families that were going through a very difficult time.
Mohammed, you guys are doing some absolutely amazing work. I don't know how many times I said wow during that last few minutes when you've been telling us some of those figures and the amount of people that you've helped, not only in Pakistan and other parts of the world, but here in the UK as well, doing some really, really important work there. How can people volunteer? How can people help you out? How can people get in touch and find out more about your work?
The day and age that we live in, it's a social media day and age. So if anyone wants to volunteer, if anyone wants to help out, if anyone wants to find out more of what we are doing, you can visit our website, www.dawat-e-islami.net. And also you can visit our social media platforms such as Facebook and Twitter, YouTube channel as well, the Dawat-e-Islami Midlands UK. So you visit that, and all our updates and everything is there. If you want to volunteer, you want to help out, you can contact us on any of these social media networks, and you can get in touch with us via that as well.
Mohammed, thank you so much for telling us about the brilliant work you're doing, and thank you for doing the work you are doing, and the rest of your colleagues there. Mohammed Taqir from Dawat-e-Islami UK-based charity, telling us about their work here in the West Midlands and then in various other countries as well. Great stuff.